Now, Drew, you own a number of businesses in Medicine Hat, including a construction company, a storage facility, and a property management company. Why jump back into politics?
Oh, well, thanks, Hell, for talking to me. Uh, I had about 100 medicine hatters the last year in response to how dysfunctional our council's been, how slow the growth in our city has been. We're not growing at all at a time that there's a lot of other communities in Alberta growing, and people were very frustrated with the lack of jobs and opportunity. They're very frustrated with significant property tax increases. They're very concerned about crime and homelessness has grown considerably throughout the city, and a city council that's been so dysfunctional they haven't been able to address things. So, I'm grateful for my 11 years in the Alberta legislature as representative for Cypress Medicine Hat.
Now, Drew, you were a very popular MLA with the UCP here in Alberta, but in May of 2021, you and Todd Lowen were punted from caucus for criticizing the government's response to COVID-19 and the pandemic. Do you have any regrets?
No, no, I sure don't. Um, I spoke up for what my constituents were telling me. I was always told that I had that opportunity to be there first and foremost for my constituents. And of course, when I put that to the test, that wasn't the case. But time and time again, it was clear that my voice wasn't being heard within caucus when I was presenting the ideas. Um, I was an early adopter. I was one of the first ones out against Jason Kenney's leadership, and we all saw what happened to his leadership in the end. So I guess a small amount of vindication in the fact I was right. But no, I was grateful that I gave some medicine hatters, I gave some Cypress medicine hatters hope. I consistently talked about smaller government and lower taxes, how which is so necessary now. This affordability crisis that we're all going through, it's excruciatingly painful, and a lot of our young people are having difficulty. A lot of our people are having difficulty. And so I'm glad that I spoke up about it. I regret that I wasn't able to do more about it. And that's part of the reason why I'm interested in running for mayor, being on city council, where local decision making, hey, let's get your own house in order first. I'm going to run on 3-year property tax increase freeze, no increases for 3 years, including reversing the 5.6% increase that this mayor and council had planned. And that will go a long way to help medicine hatters afford things. That will go some distance to attract people in industry.
Now, Drew, back in June of 2020, you released a response to the Fair Deal panel's recommendations in which you advocated for putting an independence referendum on the table. Alberta separation, as you know, has become a real hot button topic lately. Do you believe in a sovereign Alberta breaking away from Canada?
Well, what I believe in is fighting for my constituents. And it was clear while I was Cypress Medicine Hat MLA, their voice for Alberta and Edmonton, that we weren't getting a fair deal from Ottawa. When I was on the fair deal panel, Hal, 80% of Albertans that went to the mics said they wanted to push Ottawa for a fair deal. Yes, a lot of them wanted to separate. Most just wanted to end equalization, to have our own pension plan, our own control over immigration, Senate reform, those kind of things, but they wanted to push. So like Premier Brownlee in 1930, when Alberta didn't even own our own oil and gas and our own resources, he pushed and got them so Alberta owned them. And look at the prosperity that led to. And how another good example, Pierre Elliott Trudeau in the mid 70s wanted to nationalize our energy industry. If Peter Lougheed hadn't have pushed back, my goodness, we'd have ended up like Venezuela. So my point at the time was Alberta first, stand up for Alberta, try to work for a stronger deal for Alberta within Canada. And I guess I'm just made to say that I under the leadership of Premier Kenny and now Premier Smith, I haven't seen them make life better. And, at least my plan might have worked.
So, Drew, you're very passionate about provincial issues. How can you put the provincial concerns aside and focus on the issues that really matter to the people of Medicine Hat?
Yeah, thanks, Hal. I'm very, very passionate about Medicine Hat too. I've lived here since 1974. My wife Frances and I raised 3 kids, 5 beautiful grandchildren, and Medicine Hat is the best place to live with the friendly, warm, hardworking people, beautiful sunny days and recreation. We just need some growth. So I'm going to put that same kind of attention towards Medicine Hat and making Medicine Hat move forward. And it's important to remember in Canada how we really only have two levels of government, federal and provincial. The municipalities are just a creation of the province. So it's important to have the province on the right track. It's important that Medicine Hat once again become a strong part of Alberta. And it's important that Premier Smith and other leaders in charge do things to help us, like reduce spending and reduce our taxes.
The Alberta municipal elections are scheduled for October the 20th. Former UCP and independent MLA who's now running to become mayor of Medicine Hat, Drew Barnes, thanks so much for your time today.
Well, Hal, thanks. Nice seeing you.